We are not happy that we're talking about middle belt. We will talk about the middle belt because we are not Arewa and we are not Core North. Gone are the days when you do your appointment, the only thing you think about is Kano, Katsina.
Hello and what's up, guys? In this video we are diving into the heated controversy shaking up northern Nigeria. The middle belt has made a bold move, rejecting ties with the north and demanding a change of name to the newly signed North Central Development Commission to be called Middle Belt Development Commission. Remember, Senate President Godswill Akpabio recently announced the signing of the bill, calling it a step toward grassroots development. The North Central APC Forum even praised Tinubu, calling him a listening president for addressing their long-standing demand for Regional Development Commission. But here is where things get interesting. People in the Middle Belt are saying, we are not North Central, we are Middle Belts. They prefer to be called Middle Belt Development Commission, not to be seen as Northerners. This is their way of breaking away from Northern control, and the reaction from the Core North, furious. Some are claiming this move is dividing the North, just like when Tinubu approved a university for Southern Kaduna and also splitted the aviation school in Zaria across the 6 geopolitical zones. Now, anger is boiling over, with Northern leaders saying they regret voting for Tinubu and vowing never to support him again in 2027. So, why is the North so resistant to the Middle Belt standing on its own? Why are they always wanting to deprive Middle Belt of what rightly belongs to them? Why does this always turn into a battle over power and control? Guys, let's listen to a detailed explanation interview by Satellite Media so you can see exactly what I am talking about. Also, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so. Take a look, guys, and remember to share your thoughts after watching.
Hello, good day, SCVers. This is Satellite Media, Mr. James, the Waymaker. And the time you are from North Central, of course, there's controversy over the new commission that the President signed into law. I'm talking about North Central Development Commission. Of course, this is meant to bring development to that axis. Of course, your own region. But one, let us start from the angle of some people from the North seeing this as a way of equally dividing the North. In what looks like what happened when Tinubu approved a university for Southern Kaduna, a situation where some people started saying that he is dividing the North. Why is some people in the North always wanting to deprive North Central or call it Middle Belt of what rightly belongs to them?
Yes, of course. Thank you for having me. Yes, of course, I'm from Middle Belt, and with the Middle Belt, we'll be clamoring for this. What Tinubu have just signed into law. Don't forget that I keep telling people that this Tinubu you are seeing is a Jagaban of Africa. He knows how to play his politics. Don't forget that the Northerners, they are proud. They are saying it with full chest that they will make sure that the Northerners have the numbers. They have the state, they have the governor, they have the senator. These are the reasons why President Bola Tinubu want to cut their wing side. So you can see now that with this new law now, Middle Belt now will not be associated with the North. Not like before, whereby they will tell you they will join the Middle Belt with the Core North together. We have Ncdc. So Tinubu want to reduce that power, because
that brings me to this angle, because you just mentioned Middle Belt, and the name they gave it is North Central Development Commission, and people from that are saying we are Middle Belters. Give us the name Middle Belt, North Central. As they were trying to give us a different identity, that is why they now call us North Central. We are not North, we are Middle Belt. Let me get your take.
Yes, of course. That's why I love this young man, Martin Amdekano, which a lot of people are criticizing. For me, everything that man have said, majority of it, 90% are coming to true now. You could see before now, the Fulani and the Hausa will tell you that Fulani are their brother. But it has gotten to an extent that where Hausa are now telling you that we are Fulani, we are no longer a brother. And that's what is happening in the North Central now. North Central are trying to separate themselves from the North because the mayhem, these Northern people, the Fulani bandits, the Islamic jihadists, all the rest of the Boko Haram, all these people are from the North. And the North and the Middle Belt are now saying that instead of these people to be rubbing bad name to us, let's not just add this North to our name. We are not the North. It's better you recognize us, you call us the Middle Belt. and we're okay with that. So that's why we appreciate what President Bola Ahmed Tinubu do. But at the same time, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is also doing it to your own favor, because now as it is, yes, because in 2027 the North now will now say we have 19 states. That's not like 19 states again anymore. So Tinubu is doing all his possible means to make sure he gets his way in 2027. But at the same time, it's going to work in favor of the middle belt, because as I speak to you right now, you saw the man this Fulani bandit has caught in Benue State. As I speak to you, even in Buhari government,
even in Ebonyi recently.
Yes, even in Buhari government, it got to a time when Benue people were begging Nnamdi Kanu to allow his ESM to come and rescue them, because they feel that Nigerian government security has failed them.
But Mr. J, let me bring this angle, because recently we are seeing clamor from the middle belt, of course, telling the North that we own about 53% of the landmass in the northern part of the country.
Yes.
And as such, that all this your claim that you can feed Africa, that is the middle belt that had that capacity. What is your view?
Yes, of course. You know, if this North you are talking about, which mainly today dominated by Fulanis, they don't have land. They are strangers. They come from Burkina Faso, Mali. Call them to come and look for their greener pasture, and they are now using force because of religion to claim ownership, and that's what you see is causing problem in Benue, causing problem in Plateau State, extending to Southeast, even in Southwest here. So we have the major land. As I speak to you, look at the last election in 2023, where you don't shop. Look at how the middle belt mobilized support for Peter Obi. Did you ever notice that Peter Obi will win Nasarawa State? Don't you know that Nasarawa is middle belt? Even the Abuja, majority of Abuja is middle belt. So the major, not middle belt people, we have a lot of lands in terms of.
So what I'm
trying to tell you is that Tinubu is a politician, and he has known that by separating this middle belt out of the north population will reduce. They will be powerless, and he's already succeeding that. And I tell you that we will come up much stronger as a middle belt than recognizing us as North Central, because that North Central, the Northerners are using the advantage of it against us.
We understand that currently someone from middle belt is the secretary to the federal government, talking about Jordan Kuba, and Benue is the basket food of the nation. It's not just by rhetorics, they have the land. Of course, I think that's the best reason you see Fulani herders contending without natural resources, talking about land. Do you think this government of Senator Ahmed Bola Tinubu will be serious to help the middle belt fight insecurity? Because under Muhammadu Buhari, the middle belters were at the receiving end of the excesses of herders.
My dear moderator, I'm afraid of Bola Ahmed Tinubu regime, because a lot of us, we are disappointed in Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So many Nigerians leave Atiku Abubakar in 2023 election, prefer Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because the damage the former president, the Fulani president Buhari has done to Nigeria, we feel that it will be uncomfortable to use Fulani to replace another Fulani.
You call him Fulani president or Nigerian president?
He's a Fulani. Buhari was a Fulani president, because
Nigerian president.
He's not a Nigerian president. Because he's a Nigerian president, you win the clear eye of a terrorist, and the Fulani that are busy killing Nigerians. You leave that. Don't forget under Buhari, Fulani, if it was under Buhari government, you see Fulani are using AK-47. Before APC government, Fulani use stick to control their animals, their cows. But when this APC government, that's why I call it this morning on Flip TV, that this APC is being controlled by Fulani. Because under their time, you will see Fulani is using AK-47 to control their cows. They are now using that avenue to kidnap, to kill, to destroy so many things in Nigeria. So that's why I call Buhari a Fulani president. He was never a Nigerian president. But because declaring an IPOP, a terrorist, picking Nnamdi Kanu over 6 years time without releasing a young man, and the Fulani are busy killing people walking up and down in the street of Nigeria. So for me, Buhari was not the president of Nigeria. He was a Fulani president. But I don't know that. Sorry, let me finish my question. That is the reason why many people supported Buhari, Tinubu, but we are disappointed, because it's like Atiku have even far better. If it were to be Atiku that is in power and Fulani are killing now, we will say maybe probably because he's a Fulani. But this Tinubu is a Yoruba man. We expect Tinubu to come out and speak. How on earth Tinubu will allow to declare IPOP a terrorist organization in his own time? So that's why I'm telling you that Nigerians are disappointed. Okay,
let me take attention to what is happening to the chairman of Ncdc, talking about Budejo. Of course, I understand that you are praised from the eyes of Nasarawa State. State. He was accused of banditry and currently is in detention. Federal government has since secured court order to keep him in custody for 2 months to enable the complete investigation. And people are speaking that the government for the first time have the courage to question allegations leveled against him in terms of banditry.
Yes, of course, that is part of what I was telling you. Allegedly, we were told that under Buhari government, he released 100 billion for Allah to come to Southwest and share the money for the leaders of Southwest. And that's why you see this Sharia that I want to be imposed on the Yoruba. Many of the Yoruba leaders are not talking. You get my point? So under Buhari government, that's why I call Buhari a Fulani government, not Nigeria government. Don't forget that the destruction Buhari government caused in Nigeria in 100 years to come, we cannot recover. That's why I believe that the Bible says the foundation is being destroyed. What can the righteous do? The righteous have to destroy the foundation and rebuild it. So Nigeria foundation is faulty. I told people before the general election, whether Obi win, whether Atiku win, whether Tinubu win, none of them can do anything different in Nigeria. The only thing they can do, any of them that win, is 2 things. One, is either you divide Nigeria, let everybody go on their own separate way, or you do regional government where every region we control their resources, the way US are doing it. Yes. Without those 2 things, if you bring angel from above, they cannot do anything in Nigeria. So that's why I'm telling you that Buhari was a Fulani president. If you saw many things Buhari did. So I'm begging President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because Nigeria has now begun to see the other side of Buhari right now. He said to Nigeria that I will start from where Buhari stopped. And right now, yes, Tinubu is starting from where Buhari stopped for allowing his government, under his government, to declare IPOB. IPOB, the full meaning of IPOB is the indigenous people of Biafra. Declaring an IPOB, for me, it doesn't go well with me.
Declaring the terrorists.
Terrorists, it doesn't go well with me. If you claim you love these people, if you claim they are Nigerians, you should know that what Buhari did to them was wrong. Even the world is condemning it. So I don't expect that the Tinubu government will go to this extent by declaring IPOB a terrorist.
Okay, let us take our attention to the southwestern part of the country. Of course, this issue of Sharia law. Some are saying that since Tinubu said he was a Muslim, declared himself a Muslim during the election, that the reason we are seeing Sultan of Sokoto and some stakeholders from the north pushing for Islamic law, Sharia court in southwestern part of the country is to test Tinubu's loyalty to Islam by the Fulani.
Yes, of course. One thing about Mazin Abekano said, he said sometimes if you serve the zoo, you know, Mazin Abekano, part of his problem, where he has problem with Nigeria, is what he call Nigeria zoo. He said if you serve the zoo, you come back with shame. As I speak to you now, if President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is trying to please this Fulani, he will come back with shame, because Fulani people, you don't make friends with them. They tell you that they are the owner of Nigeria. They are not the owner of Nigeria. How many are they? They are not the owner of Nigeria. So as I speak to you right now, Tinubu should not be afraid of anybody. What else are you waiting for? Christopher Musa have told you that the problem that the people that are causing security in Nigeria are Fulanis. Why can't Tinubu look into their eye? Okay, as I speak to you, in Southeast now, we learned this morning that the number of people have increased to 15 people that were murdered by Fulani.
Ebonyi State.
Ebonyi State. We thought since Nigeria government said that Mazin Amdekano and Sabuepa, they are the problem of Nigeria, by hosting them hostage, peace will restore to Nigeria. But as I speak to you, Mazin Amdekano has been under the custody of DSS over to 5 years right now. Peace have not restored to Nigeria. Sabuepa has been silent not to speak to social media. Of course, peace is not restored. Right now, we are seeing more killing in Southeast. That's to tell you that these 2 guys have been justified, that they are only trying to protect their region, just the same way Sunday Igboho tried to do during Buhari government, when Buhari went after him to go eliminate that young man before he flew to Seme. So that's why I call Buhari was a Fulani president, not Nigeria president. So I think it is high time for Nigeria to stand up, because as I speak to you, the suffering in the land is becoming more unbearable to Nigeria. Yesterday, my man that I respect so much, he said Nigeria have to stand up and take their destiny into their hands, because the more we keep looking, the more we keep prolonging the evil days ahead of us. I know my father was telling me part of the reason why we are where we are because of fear. If I tell government will come and pick me, if I come they will come and shoot me. If you fear, you go die. If you don't fear, you go die. So it is high time for Nigeria to stand up, because the life we are living now is no more a life where you say a medical doctor will leave Nigeria to go and be doing a caregiver in abroad. You go and be doing security in abroad. Is that what we want as a country? That is done. So we should stand up and put fear aside, because we are all, Nigeria is like we are dead already. This is not life. This is not like a life whereby you cannot feed twice in a day.
Okay, now the Waymaker. Let us take attention to the area of insecurity. We understand that the governor of Oyo State raised alarm recently, saying that the bandits who have been destroyed from the northwest are hibernating in southwestern forest. These are since saying Abateku raising about 2,000 men to comb southwestern forest. But the question is this: is it because of the boldness of the Tinubu's administration to fight these Fulani bandits that they now take the battle to his region? Talking about what we're having in Oyo, in Ogun, and some other part of southwestern part of the country.
If you want me to answer that question, I believe Tinubu is not serious to fight insecurity in Nigeria. If Tinubu is ready to fight insecurity in Nigeria, what if I were you in the shoe of Tinubu? What I will do is that the armies, the northern armies, will be deployed to the north, because they know the route and the crowns of the north, how to restore security to the north. Then the military of southeast, you take them to the southeast.
You are talking about community policing.
Yes.
And if I may ask this question, someone argued before now that there is every need to reject the security architecture by way of bringing in state police.
I would disagree with you, because state policing will not work in Nigeria. I told you the problem of Nigeria. The problem of Nigeria is either you restructure this country or you divide this country. If you do state police, the governors too will also use this police for their own selfish interest. Because most of the governors, like if you interview any Igbo man will tell you most of the governors in the southeast, they are Janjaweeds. They are Fulani imposter in southeast. That's what the Igbos tell you. I'm not an Igbo. I don't know whether it's true or not. So if you now bring the state policy, the same Igbo governor, the same governor will use those state policy to achieve their own personal aim. At the end of it, the masses will stay suffering.
But are we saying that the current structure of policing system of all the armed forces is not being abused, is not being maybe used by the powers that be at the national?
No, if you ask me, I would rather say this is not a question, because it is already abused. We saw this IG of police where his tenure have extended, and they are doing all manner of things to make sure they extend his tenure. You are killing the institution of the police. I keep telling you why we are where we are today is because we Nigeria, instead of we to try to build our institution, we keep building individuals. And let me ask you this question: people who try to build President Buhari in 8 years ago, where is Buhari today? Buhari is gone. The same people who are destroying our institution today because of the want Tinubu to become president in 2027 by all means. Tinubu will become president or not. After 8 years, he will leave. But you have already destroyed the institution.
But you know why I ask this last question I want to ask? Because if we not argue that Alliance State Police will expose those police to be abused by the governors, are we saying the genuine intention to fight insecurity will be abandoned on the altar of the state governors not abusing the state security architecture?
So what I'm saying, Mr. Moderator, if you bring state police will not bring any difference, because they will also be compromised. As I speak to you, the level of this insecurity in Nigeria is a very lot of poverty. Don't forget that most of Nigeria's security allegedly are behind this insecurity. It's not even allegedly. Many of them has been caught supplying the Boko Harams, supplying all these bandits. Why? Because they are poor. Why? Because the salary they earn is not good to take home. So for me, if the government is serious to fight this insecurity, you have to talk about the welfare of our security. Make them comfortable. Make Nigeria. A lot of Nigerians today, they are looking into the eye to join bandits, because they believe that the bandits earn more money than Nigeria police. As I speak to you now, ordinary policeman now cannot afford to treat children to university. Government university in Nigeria, how much is the salary? If they are not starting from the road, they are not well being taken care of. So for me, this insecurity will continue until we do the needful. So by the same police is not the answer to it. The Nigerian politicians, the 5% of Nigeria who are holding Nigeria hostage for Nigeria not to move forward, until we the youth will stand up and flood all those old takers away, Nigeria will remain the same, if not worse than this.
Thank you very much, Mr. James the Waymaker.
Thank you.
Let's not wait until that time when Nigerians who are seen as docile will be ready to rise and defend what actually belongs to them.
We are not happy that we're talking about middle belt. We will talk about the middle belt because we are not Ariwa and we are not Core North. Gone are the days when you do your appointments, the only thing you think about is Kano, Katsina, Sokoto, and you leave people like us that are from Benue, whom you claim to be you claim to be not and are not considered in the scheme of event. We will talk about middle belt, and this is the discussions that we are going to take to the next level. This is a new generation. We will not sit down and watch. During the time that Buhari was the president, how many people from the team nation Let me give a classical example of the Tiv Nation, who happened to be the 6th largest ethnic group in Nigeria, was considered, even though we claim to be from the north. And we are speaking out now. This generation is speaking out, and we will carve our difference. I don't know, you don't like it, but we are going to propagate this message of middle belt. You are shouting middle belt is not in the constitution. Is Arewa in the constitution? Arewa is not in the constitution. So we will shout it, we will take it to the rooftop, and all the sons of the middle belt will rise. This is a new challenge for us.